I generally like to get two birds stoned at once, Jerry.
That's a good plan.
Definitely. So some people have asked, and in the background, I'm generally smoking out of a Carta electronic device, and it's usually hash rosin. I am hash rosin in Cake City for any of those people who are interested. I figure I'd drop it. Okay. People really love this rosin, like hardcore. Oh, baby. Definitely wish I could share. It's fantastic. I also wanted to highlight the bourbon that's going on today.
The bourbon, yes.
Jerry, this, it's almost like a fucking illegal asset at this point. Contraband. Because we're not going to be fucking importing this shit anytime soon up here in Kazakhstan. That's not happening.
Kazakhstan name just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, somebody said it to me fucking a long time ago. Yeah, it's
Kazakhstan.
I think one of the most underrated. Ooh, baby. I think one of the most underrated whiskeys is this one. Jack Daniel's.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've had it before. I'm not mad at that one.
Especially for the value of that one, the price point of this one.
Very good price. Oh. Very good price.
Because JD gets a lot of bad rap because the fucking number 7, that black, like that 7 black label shit is fucking garbage.
It's designed to be mixed.
Yeah.
You gotta mix it with some.
What is your?
It's designed to be mixed.
What is your favorite accoutrement with Jack Daniel's 7?
I'd probably drink it with ginger ale.
That's acceptable. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
I was of the ginger ale mafia, and then a friend from Australia introduced me to Jack and Lemonade.
Oh yeah, that's a Lynchburg lemonade. Yeah.
Whoa, fantastic.
No, that's fantastic. That's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Add a splash of club soda to it. It's
fizzy.
If it's too sweet, if it's a little too sweet, it'll cut it and give you a little carbonation.
Well, look at that. The Armchair Fanatics football podcast is giving y'all drink tips to start off the year. We're almost there, Jerry.
I mean, it's what I do for a living, though.
I don't think a lot of people knew that, actually. I know
I'm a drink slinger.
A lot of people, are aware of what I'm doing, but Jerry is a drink slanger, and generally sometimes an interesting source of football hearsay is Jerry works at a hotel. And so there are people that stay at his hotel in the Tampa Bay area that, could have some professional affiliation from time to time. So super interesting.
I've met some people.
Super interesting. Like I mentioned, you're here, another episode of the Armchair Fanatics Football Podcast. Jerry Rodriguez, Cory Russell co-hosting. Jerry Rodriguez, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
I'm doing well. I'm full as hell, man. Today was because the date's almost over, so I can say was the 49th wedding anniversary of my mom and dad. They are currently here in town with me. My mom celebrated her birthday on Saturday, and they are celebrating their anniversary today. So yeah, we ate and stuffed our faces, and I'm still feeling the aftershocks and a bit of itis right now. So
fantastic.
Yeah, life is good.
Happy anniversary to the parents.
Thank you.
Parents are pretty
Can't
dope.
believe neither one of them are in jail or severely injured or maimed.
Although I've only met them once for a few days. I can understand that sentiment. I can definitely understand that sentiment, Jerry.
I don't even think you need to know them. You just say 49 years a few times.
True.
And let your head wrap around that.
49 or 39?
Hey, that's a long 49.
Okay, you said 39 the first time.
I'm pretty sure I did not, but if I did, I apologize.
Yeah, I thought I heard 39 the first time.
Just like that awful team in the Bay Area, just like them. That number.
Wow.
Yeah. Half a century.
Well, we'll talk about them later. That was
we're not talking about them anymore.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm talking about the other team that you just met, the team that you mentioned. That
was pretty interesting.
Because we're not even into the West on this one. We're starting off in the North and the South, keeping track with how we ran the AFC. Jerry, there were a couple of things that happened today that I thought were kind of funny that we should cover real quick before we bounce into our shenanigans. Amari Cooper is back with the Raiders. I think he has just signed his last professional contract. We have Shiloh Sanders getting cut for punching somebody with a helmet. That deserves 2 sound effects because that is actually the dumbest. Like, the dude has a helmet on. You are a moron. And I thought you were having a pretty good camp too. You really, really, really fucking cost yourself there. That was a terrible move. Terrible move on a decent team too. You had an opportunity there, kid, and you fucking flushed the mouse on that one. Way to go. Other big news that happened in a division that we're going to be covering in our last episode here. Scary Terry. I signed a 3-year contract with the Washington Commies. Washington Combuckets, Washington Commanders, Washington football team. Not sure which one you've heard me bleat out over the last couple of years, but take a choice. Big signing. Scary Terry and Deebo Samuel are officially wide receivers in comfortable status for the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels in his sophomore year. That is wow. We'll talk about that one when we get there. But some interesting things to know. Is there anything that has popped up in your wire that I didn't mention, or do you have any color to add on any of those transactions, Jerry?
No, not really. I mean, and I feel like it's kind of been a little lackluster. I didn't have any doubt that Terry was going to sign. I mean, come on. I for once I agree with the talking heads, and they were all saying pretty much the same thing, that like he's been the staple of that franchise for the last 5 or 6 years, or however long he's been playing. He's been the one constant, and he has been consistent in his level of production, even with the quarterback carousel he's dealt with, and now he's got some stability. Like, you can't mess that up, especially when you've got this amazing young quarterback who's going to the moon, man. So I'm glad it happened for both of them. I'm not glad for the team. Fuck the team. I mean, go Giants, as we know. Yeah. But well, good for Daniels though, because like he needed that guy, and how you bring up Deebo, and we'll discuss that later. Like, not or just having Deebo is not enough. So Scary Terry he's the most important piece of that offense for it to click. So good for him for getting that done. And for those of you who drafted him and saw him drop a little bit, and you got him at maybe a little better value a round or two later, congratulations. You're ahead of the game slightly.
A couple other things that I wanted to add. Joe Mixon is going to be missing the first 4 games. The Cleveland Browns are sending some of their depth to the Raiders. Kenny Pickett is sent over for a 26 pick. And lastly, because we talked about this, is probably the defense that I've covered most in depth during our breakdown. The Cincinnati Bengals have given Trey Henderson a giant pay bump. He's getting paid $30 million this year.
They had to fix that too.
So they might have a little bit of a defense, but I'm not changing my viewpoint on them.
They didn't have one with him last year, having another career level year. So correct. I'll believe it when I see it, but good for him. Glad he got paid. All this is going to do is complicate things now after this season, but we'll see. We'll see how the Bungles mess this up too.
All right, let's get it. Jerry, Detroit Lions 15-2, Minnesota Vikings 14-3, Green Bay Packers 11-6, and the Chicago Bears 5-12. One of those things is not going to happen this year. Please tell me which one it is and why.
Jesus Christ.
For newcomers to the show, who doesn't know, we don't really do a pregame for these episodes. I just kind of throw Jerry some topics, and then we get the juices flowing, and we hit record and go. So if y'all thought this was scripted, there you go. You literally heard the pain in Jerry's brain right there. That was good. I appreciate you, bud.
I mean, honestly, I guess I'll go with the easy one and say Detroit's not going to go 14-1.
I got them 15-2.
That's pretty impressive.
When did they tie a game last year? They didn't tie last year, did they?
I don't know. I'm looking at something here that says 14-1.
I got 15-2.
Regardless, they're not winning. That's cool. They're not winning 14 games. It's just 14. And if they're not winning 14, they're not winning 15. That's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be a tough little division. I mean, you gotta think the Bears will do better than 5-12. So
I mean, that was one of the craziest drop offs I've ever seen of an NFL team after that fucking Hail Mary. Like,
right.
Wow.
Plummeting. But you know,
we talked about that last year, right? I was pretty big on the Chicago Bears, and I thought that they have a lot of talent.
I think we both were in a sense.
So, yeah, I think we both were. I was like all over them, though. I definitely lost money on their performance.
I'm more on them this year.
Yep, I agree.
I like them a little more this year.
Ben Johnson sure ripped the living hell out of them the other day, though.
Good for him. Yeah. Hold people accountable. Yeah. Hold them accountable.
Ripped his first stringers for sure.
These little divas ain't used to that shit. They're not used to somebody coming along and saying, "Hey, listen, you guys suck today. Let's get better." You know, good for him. Good for him. He demands a certain level of excellence and or effort and performance, and he's not seeing it. So call him out, plain and simple. I think overall this is going to be a very, very interesting division to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that the Minnesota Vikings are the sleeping giant in there. I think it could be one of those surprising seasons where you see just everything work out for them, kind of like it did last year. I mean, but the question mark is JJ. Is he the real deal? I think he can adjust, and having a full season of not playing, even though he was hurt, I think it's really, really valuable because he got to watch, he got to learn, he got to listen, he got to, understand, work on the mental aspect of the game and not actually be out there doing it. Of course, you want to actually be out there doing it, but just, the part between his ears. And Kevin O'Connell is no joke as a coach, man. If he made Sam Darnold a fucking MVP candidate last year and a superstar for the first time in his NFL career, imagine what he can do with somebody like JJ McCarthy, who probably has the same level of talent but is much more athletic. That means he's going to be using his legs a lot more. He's going to be running, and he can create and or maybe even be a weapon in that offense. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun to see.
I don't know about that. So that's funny because I thought the one thing that isn't going to happen in that division that year is definitely the Minnesota Vikings not going 14-3. I think that they're going to be lucky if they win 10 games this year. Lucky. I have no faith in the Minnesota Vikings this year whatsoever. I don't think JJ McCarthy is that great of a quarterback. I think he's going to have a pretty tough time. I think he does need to actually, I do like your point about kind of the knowledge aspect of it. However, I think he has that knowledge already cooking up there. I think he really needs the reps, and I think his development has definitely suffered, because of it. So we'll have to see what happens, but I do not think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be second place in that division or even first place for that answer. I think they're going to be on the outside looking in this year of the playoffs for sure. I'm super interested to see what happens in Chicago. I have high hopes, but I got bit hard last year. I feel very snake bitten being optimistic about them this year. However, they just have all the pieces still in place, and they had another year to bond together with a new coach. So in theory, that should be the winning formula. We do have some kind of interesting fantasy perspective over there, though. I'm all about the receiving game, but I am not digging their running game in any shape, way, form, or fashion. Roschon Johnson has just proven to either not stay healthy or be ineffective when given the rock and provided the opportunity. DeAndre Swift is an asshole. If we're on the record, he's an asshole. Other than that, I don't really know who the fuck is over there. So the Green Bay Packers are pretty interesting as well. Of course, this is the NFC North, so we have that great fucking rivalry that's going on. I think they're the wild card this year, man. I think that the Minnesota Vikings and, I should say the Packers are going to be at the bottom, and the Bears and the Vikings are going to switch spots. So I think the Bears could potentially finish second place in the NFC North this year. The Detroit Lions are going to fucking dominate, man. Like, if you're not drafting both Gibbs and Montgomery, or like, honestly, if you're in best ball and you're not getting one of those, either you're definitely doing it wrong. Montgomery is a fucking workhorse, man. He's an older running back. However, he's not getting the reps that is expected of a running back his age, because he's got arguably the best running back in the National Football League in front of him right now. I know that might be a controversial topic, but suck it. Gibbs is outrageous. Like, he's an outrageous talent, and I think it's a perfect combination. Again, especially if you're in best ball. I mean, having David Montgomery floating on your roster is a fucking money sandwich if you're not getting Gibbs. So I like him. I'm really honestly not big on really any receiver out of the NFC North, and I mean, JJ McCarthy is throwing to Jefferson, so that just kind of gives me really muted value on him. Amon-Ra St. Brown can be an end zone asshole. He gets a lot of targets and has the yards, but he has trouble getting into the end zone as much as other, especially for wide receivers who are going in as a number one wide receiver. He does not make it into the end zone as the other guys do. The Packers are, come on, bro. That's crazy. And then the Bears, in theory, DJ Moore, but like Roma Dunes is a beast. And then the fucking Bears got that fucking Loveland guy at tight end. So that's like a whole
they also have Cole Kmet still.
And then they fucking are running. Like, are we going to be seeing like a Patriots fucking like Hernandez, Gronkowski, double tight end set shit going on here? Like, so that makes, so there's not really like it's a little bit of a foggier picture. So I don't really see I don't know. Am I wrong on that wide receiver outtake? I don't know.
I don't want to say
you looked at me
wrong.
really funny when I said it,
because I don't fully agree with you, because I think Amon-Ra he is consistent, and if there's one thing that you want from your guy, it's consistency. 115 receptions, 1,354 yards, and 14 receiving touchdowns last year. I don't know, man. To me personally, I'll take that any day of the week. I think though there's going to be some regression on this offense because of the departure of the offensive coordinator. I think that's a very, very big deal. And as a fan of Motor City Dan, man, if you know, you know. I think he's going to get exposed this year. I think he's like the best locker room coach. Him and like a Vrabel. I think they're like the best leader of men in their locker rooms. But when it comes to X's and O's and decision making, we've seen that Dan has made some not so great decisions, and a lot of the credit goes to his coordinators. So I will be 100% honest, and I have not read up, nor have I acquired any information on these new guys. I just haven't taken the time to do it. I'm interested to see, because it can't change that much outside of personnel issues. Like, you know, if player X left, that was the perfect fit, because I know they lost some guys on the offensive line, so I'm a little worried about that. I do not like Jameson Williams still. People are hyping him up again.
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna see that, man. I don't know. To the Bears though, I think that there's going to be a lot of pressure on Johnson to make Caleb look good, and naturally that pressure is going to be on Caleb to look good. So I think he's set up for success. He has weapons. He's got the two receivers. He's got two tight ends. He's got some running backs that can catch the ball, especially in DeAndre Swift, who played in Detroit under Ben Johnson, had his best statistical year of his career. So I'm a lot higher on DeAndre Swift than you are. He's definitely not an asshole in my book.
He's just not like he's not a number one.
The Bears made moves.
He's not a number one running back in fantasy football.
I don't think so, but I don't need him to be a number one running back. I can be okay with him being a top 12 running back though.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
I'm just saying my perspective from it is just
because I'm getting him in the 6th round.
Yeah, he's touted as like a number one running back in the NFL as far as fantasy is concerned, and I'm just not on that wagon fucking at all. Like he's so hit or miss. Best ball, sure. He's another best baller, but it's still risky. I think he can be borderline. I mean, he definitely RB2, no questions asked. Definitely RB2. If you don't get a Kenneth Walker or a Connor, who's another, maybe even a Josh Jacobs. We could maybe argue him too. If you don't get a guy like that, he's, you know, and you wait longer, he probably will have to be your RB1, and you're going to be depending on what I'm talking about here and for it to all come together. And of course, he needs to stay healthy. You know, he has been injured in the past. Roshan's injured currently. They have that rookie Manung guy. So we'll see. I think the Bears are going to be the most interesting and the most intriguing team to watch in that division this year, and the biggest question mark, because I think they have the highest expectations, yet I guess the real fans kind of know. They're like, hey man, it's the Bears, so their expectations are going to remain kind of low. But there's a level of excitement for this team right now, and we shall see if they live up to it. They made some changes, so let's see if they got what it takes. Bro. I don't know. I think this is going to be a fun division no matter what. But I think wide receiver is. I think there's some good guys. Green Bay ones, I don't want any of them. I don't want any of those. Because I was gonna say, if you got stuck on a desert island and you had to take one Green Bay receiver, who are you taking?
Romeo Doubs.
Word.
Without hesitation. I'm not thinking about it twice. I'm
going Dontavian Wicks because I like to be adversarial.
I get it. He's good. He's a boom, man. He is a boom player. But he
can't catch for
drops
shit.
Balls.
Yeah, when he
just drops balls. Great balls. He just drops them. Oh, man, he gets open, dude. He gets fucking open. And then that's how I feel about Jalen Hyatt with the Giants. He's a burner. He gets open. Can't bring the ball down.
Fucking drives me nuts. All right. Anything else on the north?
No, man. I don't have anything else. I think we covered it pretty splendidly.
Jerry, do you...
Who are we starting with?
I was just about to say, for all those people, again, who are... Oh, fuck, this shit's good, bro. For all those who are unaware... I'm on the Yellowstone single barrel today. Fantastic. For those who don't know, as we mentioned before, Jerry lives in Tampa Bay. So Jerry is our resident Tampa Bay Buccaneers correspondent.
I'm our beat writer.
Yeah, he's the beat writer. So, Jerry, let's open up with you.
With the Buccaneers.
How sweaty is Baker Mayfield's jock? Is Jalen McMillan actually faking his injury, and did aliens give him an anal probe, and that's the real reason that he can't start the season? What's the inside story?
He fell on his. Let's start with he fell on his neck, and and that he hurt his neck. So let's just leave it at that. Like, it's a neck injury, man. Like, that's some serious shit. And it looked really, really bad.
I
So
didn't see that. I don't watch preseason, so I couldn't tell you. But this is why we
he
have
might
you.
not play all season.
Jerry, this
He
is why
might
we
not
have
play
you.
all season.
I heard it was severe, but this is why we have you.
He got folded. I mean, they are the defending champion of the division, so I'll give him props for that. Let's go to Tampa Bay. Good job. I think the biggest issue with them is going to be the first month of the season, simply because Tristan Wirfs may not be there, and that's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying because
they're not really playing anybody in the first 4 weeks except the Eagles in week 4 at home. But they're playing the Falcons, the Texans, and the Jets.
They do have the Jets, and I think the Jets and Texans game. I know, but I think the Jets and Texans game. I think those games are a little trickier because those are like young teams with Texans are trying to bounce back from what they did last year after having 2 years ago the success they did with CJ Stroud. The Jets are under a brand new regime, and they're trying new things out. So like, this is week 3 for them, so it's like, okay, are they getting it? And then do they look good? Do they not look bad? Like that game is going to be interesting, I think, leading into it. But that Eagles game, that's going to tell you a lot. I'm not looking forward to that because I hate when these motherfuckers are in town. God damn it, do I hate when these motherfuckers are in town. They
Tell me how you really feel,
they remind me every like 30 seconds that they know how to spell their team name. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. It's like the greatest thing ever.
Fuck
anyway,
you, Mike.
I'm getting off track.
Definitely fuck you, Mike. For sure.
From a fantasy perspective, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have arguably the sickest fucking wide receiver room in the entire league. It is disgusting. Now, of course, when they're all healthy, so let's pretend they're all healthy. Mike Evans, like the poster child for consistency. Godwin, who I think it was a dislocated ankle. When he comes back, that guy is back. Yeah, that guy is like the slot monster. Let's not forget about the year Cade Otton had at tight end. He was pretty good last year. I'm sure he's going to be
super underrated.
I'm sure he's going to be utilized.
Super underrated.
Emeka Egbuka, the rookie out of Ohio State, who's an absolute animal.
Yeah, I'm huge on this fool right now. He's
great.
I fucking hate everything that walks and is born. Just to be fair, for the record, I don't want to pull no punches on this one. I want to make sure that we're crystal clear, and I'm not going to tell you tomorrow how I feel. Anything that is born and or visits for an extended period of time and or chooses to spend your money and or chooses to spend your money at any educational institute in the state of Ohio, you are garbage. You are a piece of shit. Like, I can't. Wow. I could amputate all the fingers on all my hands, and I still would have more fingers than the amount of decent people I've met from the state of fucking Ohio. Fuck Ohio State. Fuck everything they stand for. Fuck them. That Buckeye, that fucking mascot is the dumbest fucking mascot in all of college football. That is the one that I see and I just want to allegedly punch it in the face. I can't stand it. It's horrendous. Like, what the fuck is that thing, dude? Honestly, what is that thing? Do you not want to throw a bag of flaming dog shit allegedly at this mascot? Isn't it the ugliest fucking thing on earth?
I don't think Bucky Irving or Rashad White are going to have a good season this year. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneer running game is not going to be very good. I worry for Emeka Egbuka is a beast. Bucks are going to be pretty good, though, I think, still.
Do you have shares at Ohio State? What's the aversion here?
No. I let you rant, and I wanted to reel it back in.
God, I hate Ohio State.
You have illustrated that very clearly, sir. Very clearly.
Next week, I'll talk about Michigan.
Two things we won't have to talk about are the New Orleans Saints or the Carolina Panthers, unless you have anything to contribute or that you would like to offer up in regards to those two teams. There isn't a single player on either team that I want to draft on my fantasy teams. I do not plan on paying any attention to them whatsoever.
Jerry, your ADHD is getting out of control. Let's step back here. We're still on the Bucks for a second.
Oh God.
Bucky Irving is amazing. I fucking love Bucky and everything about Bucky. Can't wait. If you can get Bucky, get Bucky. Fantastic. Rashad White, get him too as a backup. Fantastic. Number two.
Yeah, if you get one, you got to get the other.
Do you know who the backup quarterback is for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Is it Kyle Trash or is it Teddy B?
Teddy B, baby.
Yeah, of course I know who it is.
Reggie's a beast. I think Baker's going to have a great year. I think
I hope so.
I think he's going to be in the top five. He's going to be at 4 or 5, but like fantasy, he's going to be 4 or 5. That's my
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that one for sure. Baker's just going to have an unbelievable year.
Baker, can't wait. Top 5.
Fantasy football scoring.
Corey Russell.
Okay, write my name down with it. That's fucking fantastic.
I just put your initials there just so I know that on this date. And it's 10:49 p.m. right now.
And
Eastern time.
if you're also on,
because if you're right, I'll applaud you. But if you're wrong, I'm gonna be like, ooh.
I appreciate you as the beat writer for holding me to my to that. If you were stuck on a desert island and you had Tyler Shue or Spencer Rattler, who are you taking?
Sand. Can I take the coconut in the tree? The dead fish that just washed up on the shore?
Bro, how could we not talk about this? The funniest reel I have on Instagram by a mile that just randomly goes through my feed is fucking Tyler Shue's combine or pro day or whatever, where he's just like, he's just like, I know.
But it's setting up perfectly, man.
I can throw a football better than that kid for sure. There's no fucking goddamn
It's setting up perfectly for the Saints to be the worst team so they can go number 1 and they can get Arch, man. It's being rigged right before our eyes.
Can we take I'll put an over under of 7.5 games before we see the paper bag on a fan's head. I'm going under.
You know what? If the odds on that are, let's say, 125 minus 125, can I get like plus 150 on 5.5 games, plus 175 on 5.5 games? Wow. Like they don't even make it 6 weeks in before the bags break out.
Jesus.
It's gonna be bad over there. It's gonna be bad. Kellen Moore, Godspeed, my friend.
Yeah, he's always been garbage as a quarterback, and I haven't really terribly liked him as a coach either. But that's another rant for another day. You really don't want to talk about the Carolina Panthers, huh? I
don't have anything to offer. I'm not interested in anything on that team. Everybody likes McMillan, the rookie. I don't like him because I don't like the quarterback. So I think a rookie wide receiver is useless if you have a useless quarterback throwing to him. Chuba, yeah, he's got some value. He showed off a little bit, but I don't know, man. There's nothing there for me. Those are the only 3 guys that I can bring up with any sort of like off the top knowledge of. Like I'm looking at the the Red Rocket's still there.
Xavier Legette. You don't like Xavier Legette. You don't like Jalen Coker.
No, I can't understand a word that comes out of Xavier Legette's mouth.
You know Jalen Coker.
That guy has. No? I know about him, but again, quarterback. The quarterback is just. Bleh.
Interesting.
I mean, Jimmy Horn, the rookie, I think he's going to be a more exciting wide receiver than McMillan's going to be in the first year. McMillan's a beast, but he was a beast in college and he was playing at Arizona. So the level of competition is different. I don't know, man.
Alrighty. Well, it is time. It is time, Jerry. It's time.
That's my version of a drum roll.
Fantastic. I want an apology.
For what, the fail cons?
You ripped me after the draft last year. And our draft episode is recorded, going off about how there is no way in hell that Michael Penix Jr. was ever going to be the quarterback in the next couple of years. It was crazy. They signed Kirk Cousins to this crazy contract. And I was like, Jerry, this is a fucking brilliant move in the draft. This is a brilliant move. Kirk Cousins is fucking, he's coming back from Achilles. Nobody knows what's going on. And Penix is pretty fucking good. So if you have the opportunity to take Penix, especially looking at what's in the draft this year, they wouldn't have had a fucking chance at getting any of the quarterbacks that were even decent. They were going to be stuck to the line guys again. So there's no one coming out next year either. That's really of note. I mean, Archie's coming out, but other than that, it's the same thing. There's like 1 or 2 quarterbacks maybe that are going to be coming through the class. I think
there's a few more. I know the kid from LSU, Nussmeier, he's going to be somebody. If the kid from Miami, Carson Beck, I think is his name.
Nussmeier is really inconsistent.
I get it, but those are the names. There's names out there of a bunch of dudes that that they're gonna hype up. The hype train is gonna. We'll see.
I think nobody as good as Penix.
How they end up.
Other than Arch, I think
Arch. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Arch is hands down, and we haven't even seen anything yet. But I mean, come on, it's in the blood. And he's gonna be 3rd generation. Yeah. He's 3rd generation quarterback. So the physical attributes are going to be the best of any Manning ever. He's going to be the most. I mean, he proved it in those 2 games last year when he ran for those 2 long ass touchdowns and didn't even look winded. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be good. And on Saturday, he is going into your favorite horseshoe to battle those round-headed motherfuckers from Ohio. That's gonna be a hell of a game.
True. I'm actually watch some college football this weekend.
Dude, that's gonna be a good fucking game.
Atlanta Falcons are starting Michael Penix Jr. this year. Crazy, absolutely crazy, Jerry.
Does he play the full season?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious. I have my doubts.
Are you ready for it, Jerry?
Say again.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Falcons win the division.
I don't think that's not a hot take.
Going there.
That's not a hot take.
I'm very firm about it.
Listen, I have a different level of I don't want to say respect because it's not like I don't respect. I have a different viewpoint on them because I had the privilege of meeting their head coach twice in the offseason, and he's a very, very nice man. Raheem is a very, very nice man. He's very polite, handled himself with a lot of respect and dignity. It wasn't about him. He just wanted to be a normal dude, and I appreciate that, and I love when people of that status do that sort of thing. Shout out to Raheem. I hope you and your team have a good season this year. Just don't be better than the Bucks.
Jerry, we got anything else for these two divisions?
I don't really. I mean, we didn't really talk about anybody on Atlanta besides Penix, but you really don't need to talk about Bijan.
No.
Drake London. They're pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Anybody who's gonna use the go down the what you call it? What the hell is this? Kyle Pitts
No.
roller coaster ride. Anybody that's gonna be riding on that, I wish you well and good luck again.
Even if he has a good year, I'm not even gonna be sad about it.
Yeah, it's at this point, like if he has a good year, it's like, oh, it's about fucking time. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
12th ranked tight end last year, by the way. 12th ranked tight end.
I mean, you want to be in the top 12 for fantasy purposes.
Sure, but still, he's not the pretty much number one, de facto number two tight end. He's just garbage. Fuck, he's so garbage.
I really hope he's not. I hope it's the system. I really do. I really do, because he's such an athletic freak, man. He's a monster. He's a fucking monster. I was just looking at his measurements here. Like, this guy's fucking ridiculous. 6'6", 250. Like, god damn it, dude. Like, what? And he's only 25. Doesn't he feel like he's 35? Doesn't it feel like he's 35 years old? Like, we've been talking about this guy for.
Exactly. It's fucking exhausting. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Armchair Fanatics Football Podcast, folks. We have a couple more divisions to bang out, and then Jerry and I are going to give you a little bit of a bets preview coming up here in the next little bit. And we're probably going to squeeze in a mock draft episode as well, folks. Why? Because we love you, folks. Appreciate the early support for sure. Everyone is flocking on over from the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. I see you, a bunch of new fucking listeners as well. Analytics are super cool. I appreciate all of you for joining us on this journey. We have a lot of fun. Fucking love football. Cannot wait for it to come back. This is like the crunch time for me personally to really study some of these things, understand what the fuck's going on, because I have some very important drafts happening next week. Jerry, what say you?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple. I mean, damn, we got that auction one that is just blowing my mind that I need to read up on and just come up with a bit of a game plan, because it'll be my first one.
Maybe we should do an auction episode just to like help each other out, because I'm pretty much as lost as you, because I've just never done it before. I
will gladly do that with you. I will pull up my cheat sheets and information that I have and read them out, and let's see if we can figure this thing out together.
Christ. All right, fine. Goodbye, Jerry.